Extra examples for Chapter 3, Lesson 1. State the domain and the range, and then determine if it is a function. So the domain would be Bob, John, and Chuck. So all of these would be the domain. And then the range would be the daughter. Is this a function? No. The reason it is not a function because you cannot say, what is Bob's daughter? Or who is Bob's daughter? You can't answer that with one thing, you would have to answer it with two. Domain and the range. So domain would be -2, -1, 3, and 4. Please remember to list those in order from least to greatest. Range is 5, 3, 7, and 12. Is this a function? Yes, it is a function. Determine whether or not the equation defines y as a function of x. So one of your options is to put this into a calculator. And when you put this in a calculator, if you would get a graph that looks like this, then it would pass the vertical line test, meaning it would only cross once if you did a vertical line. Okay, so yes, this is. Same thing here. Plug that in your calculator. Or one of the things we talked about is solving for y. Well, when you solve this for y, or you can see right away, since it's y squared, you're going to get two answers for y. So therefore, this would be a no. This is not a function. All right, 5. Only going to do a couple here. So I'll do a f of 0. So everywhere you see x, you're going to substitute in 0. So I have 3 times 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 4. 0 plus 0 minus 4. Everywhere you see 0, you plug, or everywhere you see x, you plug in 0. Therefore, f of 0 equals -4. Okay. I am going to do B, C, D, and E, but I'm not going to do them with you. So if you want to, the next part would be to pause the video and copy them down, and then I'll come back on and do G and H for you. F, we're going to replace every x we see with x plus 1. So 3 times x plus 1 squared plus 2x minus, times 2x plus 1 minus 4. Sorry, got out what I was doing. First step here, we need to simplify. So I see that this is squared. So I'm going to have x plus 1 times x plus 1. And once I've factored or FOILed this, I have to multiply all of that by 3. So I'm going to have x squared plus 1 times x, which would be 1x, plus 1 times x, so plus 1x, and then 1 times 1 plus 1. And all of this needs to be multiplied by 3. Plus, I need to distribute this 2 to everything, so I'm going to have 2x plus 2, and then just this minus 4. You need to continue. I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 3 to everything here. Before I do that, let's combine these two like terms. That would be a 2x. So I'm going to take 3 times x squared. We're going to end up with 3x squared times 3 times 2x plus 6x, and then 3 times 1, so plus 3, plus the 2x plus 2 minus 4. From here, I'm just going to combine all of my like terms. So I have no other x squared, so it's 3x squared plus 8x, the 6x and the 2x. And now I have 3 2, and negative 4. So 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 4 would be a plus 1. Okay. That would be very similar to H, so I am not going to do H. I'll give you the answer for H. The answer to H would be 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared plus 2x plus 2h minus 4. Then I'm going to do G for you. Every x, I need to replace it with 2x. This is G. So I'm going to have 3 times 2x squared plus 2 times 2x minus 4. I'm going to start with that squared. So this would be 3 times 4x squared plus 4x minus 4. This would be 12x squared plus 4x minus 4. I have no other like terms, so I am done with that. Okay? 6 just follows the exact same thing. The only difference is that these are fractions, so it might be a little bit more tricky. I'm going to put the answers up for 6, but I am not going to work through them.